Okay, here I am at day 7 on my starch solution eating, and right now it's all about the garden. It's all about fresh food. I got up late this morning and I got a really long night's sleep last night, and I had to go to a meeting like a half an hour after I got up, and it ended up being a 2-hour meeting. But fortunately, I had some pancake, banana, oatmeal pancake batter in the refrigerator, so I really quickly um, cooked up some pancakes with fresh fruit and apple juice, and I had that, and then I made up some green tea. And while I was on the meeting, I was really kind of like fading, because I hadn't meditated yet. It was a real quick start. I don't like those. And I kept thinking maybe I should just make a nice cup of black espresso, and just drink that. But I didn't, and that's a success. That's a success. I stuck with the green tea, and that's successful action. It's sticking with my plan. Even though the physiology was fading, I didn't resort to that quick coffee fix, which that's a good thing. And I guess I meditated, and then I had some Mary's Gone crackers. I had a couple of snacks with Mary's Gone crackers. They're really good. The copycat recipe that I made, really good. And then when I sat down to a meal finally, I had my fresh green beans. I had already cooked up some beets, which I sliced up and heated. And then I cooked in the oven some cherry tomatoes with basil, and I mushed it all up. And it's a really good meal. I had some seltzer, which is a really good choice for a beverage in the summertime, cold seltzer. And I wrote down, I am experiencing food heaven. And that's like my experience when I eat this fresh garden produce. And I had for my dessert fresh fruit. I think I had some watermelon, and then I had some black tea in the afternoon. Oh yeah, I chopped up a plum, which is not from my garden, but I had some plums in the refrigerator, and I chopped that up with the fresh garden watermelon. And let's see. So then I forget. I was doing all kinds of stuff today, and then I meditated. I went to the rec center. I did my elliptical and my resistance training. I did not do my yoga or Roberta's gym, although when I go to the gym, there's a big ball that I do a back bend on, and that helps with flexibility. I went to the store and got some water. Oh yeah, because I made kombucha last night. I made the black tea for kombucha. It's a real dark black tea with sugar that you have to let cool. And so by this morning it was cool. By this afternoon or maybe this evening, I put it into my big ceramic, it's like a water jug. And I put the black tea in there, and then I took my SCOBY, the kombucha mother that I have in the refrigerator, and I put that on the top. And then I put a t-shirt on top of it with a rubber band. And I had a problem with fruit flies because of my composting, inside keeping compost. But I have a homemade recipe, which is you take cider vinegar, you put plastic on the top, and you cut little slits in it, and the fruit flies are attracted to it, and they find their demise there, which is sad, but it's cheaper than buying a fruit fly trap, and it works. And when you're doing kombucha and when you're cooking, when you're having guests, you have to deal with the fruit flies. I had a friend come over and she was swatting fruit flies, which I hadn't even noticed, but she came in and she noticed it right away. And I put the kombucha away from the kitchen area, and hopefully I'm going to put tomorrow, I hope to put another fruit fly trap right around that area so that they don't fly around the top of the container, because that's not good. And it's 3 days, today be 3 days from today when I'll check it with my pH tester, and then you bottle it, and then you wait 3 or 4 days, and then you refrigerate it. And I've been spending like $2.50 a day on kombucha, and if you multiply that by 30, you're talking $60, $70, $80 a month on kombucha. And the reason I started doing kombucha was to get away from that expense, and then I got away from it, making my own, so now I'm getting back to it. So hopefully I'll get that going again and get that. When I broke my wrist, I stopped doing it. And then I started working, and hopefully now I'll get back in the swing of things. And also my friend wants to learn how to make kombucha, for the same reason, because of the expense. She had taken it off her budget. And I went to the Goodwill and I found a big glass jar with a spout. And I have the SCOBY I can give her, and I have the pH strips I can give her some, and get her on the road to making her own kombucha, because it's so satisfying, so refreshing, and it's good for you. Very tasty. And then for tonight, for my dinner when I came home, I took frozen kale out of the freezer, which is great. And then I didn't saute it. I just heated it on a nonstick pan. I put some sliced cherry tomatoes in there and heated that up. And then I had some of that wonderful zucchini, basil, lemon, leek soup. And I hope to make more of that, because that's a real winner. And if I had like 6 containers of that for the winter, that would be a good thing. I didn't do any zucchinis today. I found another zucchini in the refrigerator when I cleaned the refrigerator tonight, which I did, and I organized all my stuff. I have a mess of cherry tomatoes. I have to give them away. I realize I have to give away cherry tomatoes, and I have to take care of this stuff. I did steam some fresh broccoli and put it in the freezer, or it's not in the freezer yet, it's right behind me. And I'll get that in the freezer so that I can take it out and add broccoli to my dishes. And also I had a yellow pepper that I grew, and I sliced that up and just froze it. And I'm just trying to not waste this garden produce. And I had one of my non-fat, low glycemic brownies, which is so good. I mean, I really hit the mark with that, with the banana, the applesauce. Oh, what else? I put flax egg in there. Maybe I put baking powder, vanilla, cocoa powder. I used xylitol, and I just really hit the mark, in terms of the combination. I just kind of threw stuff together. It really worked, so I'll make more of those too. Oh yeah, did I use zucchini? Yeah, they were zucchini brownies. So that's another use for the zucchini. So that's my day 7. It was a good day. It was all about food. It's August, and I'm harvesting, and it's summertime, and the living is easy. The produce is fresh, and for me, this is an easy time of the year to stay away from the carbohydrates and the heavier foods, which I tend to succumb to during the winter. My goal is to get my weight. This is my goal. It's to get my weight to the ideal weight. I have another 90 days before I start working. And then my goal is to maintain it through my work cycle on the starch solution with the frozen food I have in the freezer, so that it's quick and I can just grab it. We'll see how it goes. That's my goal. That's my hopes, my desires, my plan. We'll see how it goes. So that's it. That's it for my day 7 starch solution, August 2022.